Hello and thanks for watching my video. Welcome to episode 17 of my leveling challenge, and today we're going to be looking at the level 50 personal story. And in this we actually get to choose a minor race to help out as a member of one of our orders. So as you can see here, I've changed my armor. The look of my armor is all changed now. I've sort of gone for the snowy, wintry look. And in this, we're actually going to help out the Groll. Now, the Groll are a very different species to the Char. Now, the Char don't worship anything as gods. They've learned their mistake when they worship the Titans. And the Groll are the complete opposite. They tend to worship anything, be it like a giant rock skull, which occurs in two areas in the game, one in Fireheart Rise and one in Timberline Falls. So the Char tend to worship anything, and in the personal story, the Groll are having issues because they are worshipping a minion of Jormag, and one of the shamans has come to realise that he is not a god, and he wants our help to show the rest of the Groll that we need to fight these minions, and that they are not to be worshipped. So that's how this initial personal story is going to start out. And remember, we're actually a little bit over-leveled, so we shouldn't have too many issues with this. I did have a few connections issues earlier doing this, so you can see here there was new builds going on. But yeah, we're trying to help Gara convince the other Groll that their god is false. So we've got a couple of options. As you can see here, we'll get some gear. And I always look for that's actually going to be a bit of an extra armor boost for us. And we'll salvage everything else. We're getting some good actual materials at this leveling time, which is just a shame. And we're actually level 54. We get another trait point. This is obviously again is on the old system, so you'll notice here that I'll try and find one that I've actually got a small little point in. So we will go for, I think, what do we go for? We go for alchemy. But yeah, generally obviously the trait system is very different. This is coming before the June 2015 trait and skill update, so it's a little bit different to how it is now. But obviously I wanted to show a little bit different, and it's good to go back and look at how things were. And so here we are, we're trying to convince Gara and helping him to appeal to the other Groll. They'll be you can see them jumping in. We get a lot of Groll here, and not all of them will be happy and believe they'll believe he's lying. So our job is to make sure that he's protected. And this is actually a very, very quick step in the personal story. And, when you go back and look at this personal story steps, when you've done the map completion and when you are over-leveled, these, personal story steps are really easy. I mean, they're not much of a challenge at all. And I would like to compare it, if we go back and we look at Guild Wars 1, and we will take two different approaches. We'll look at the Eye of the North. Now, the Eye of the North personal story was about quests, and it was all instanced, and you would go in and you would accept a quest, and your job was to actually, complete a chain of events or whatever it was. For example, there was to do with the Norn, where Jorah needs to sort of reclaim her honor, and we have to defeat the Svanir. It's sort of a step, blood washes blood, and we actually managed to do that, and then we move on. And that was actually several steps to actually finish off that main event chain. As you can see here, one of the shamans is corrupted, so this is the to do with Jormag. But we compare it to some of the other stories that were in the other three standalone campaigns, being Prophecies, Factions, and Nightfall. They had long missions that could take from anywhere from 20 minutes to over an hour. And that's what we never really get. The only real long mission you actually get, which is around 45 minutes, is the personal story, is the end, the very, very final one. And that's Arah. As you can see here, we've got some more rewards. These red bags are really, really good. You get a lot of loot out of this. So we've got a lot of materials, got a lot of linen out of that. A very expensive materials linen. But generally, I find, we didn't really do much in this personal story, and it's very disappointing. You can see here again, because we've equipped new armor, the dye's been removed, so we're actually now brown coated again. We might change that back a little bit later. So you can see here I've got certain aspects. We'll just get everything white. There we go. And a little bit of blue there. I like to make sure, a little bit stylish, give you guys a little bit something to, keep an eye on. So we're back here, and this is attempted deicide. That's actually, obviously, you've got like suicide and regicide. Suicide being obviously killing yourself. Regicide is killing a king. Deicide is obviously killing a deity, which obviously is a god. So a little fun fact for you there. And our main goal here is to actually defend against the Ice Brood, who are Jormag's minions. So this is one of the aspects that we have to do. It's not too hard a challenge. Again, we're level 54 in this, and these are all level 50. All right, we may be under level to level 50, lowered down. But again, they're very, very little challenge here at all. And there are certain members of the community, I can talk about like Wooden Potatoes. He can't believe that like some of this stuff is so easy. And, it never used to be that way, because you could do this like 4 levels before you wanted to. But it was just one personal step after another. There was no waiting time. And I suppose in that front, it is a little bit better, because this is just... It really is so quick. I have sped this up, okay? So I have sped this up, but we're only talking, like, this is twice the speed. I normally in my videos, to do the leveling challenge, I put it on fast forward by 4 times the speed. This is only twice the speed. So the whole video here, you can see, is just under 8 minutes long. Now, that would translate to roughly 15 odd minutes of actual gameplay footage. 15 minutes to do the level 50 story from start to finish. I mean, that is just ridiculous. 15 minutes, that's all it took. And I really feel disappointed with that. So there we go, that is it. That is the story done. And we have to wait till level 60 for the next story. So we spend several hours trying to level up, and then we get personal story, and that's done, over and done with. If you've got any comments with this, if you feel the personal story does need a bit of an overhaul, please let me know in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next episode.